Hello and welcome to this lesson. My name is Victor and I'm currently sitting at just under 450k followers on TikTok, which I started on two separate accounts early in 2021. In this course, we're going to be walking through the importance of TikTok analytics and how they can help you understand what's going on TikTok, but understand what's going on not just within your account, but what's working in general within your niche. This is kind of a follow-up course from a previous one that I did. I urge you to check it out. That one is more theory based around understanding trends on TikTok. So this is kind of a follow-up course to that. The method that I'm going to be using majority of this course is going to be demonstration. So I'm going to be using a screen recorder on my mobile device where I'm going to be practically showing you the different sections, as well as sprinkling thoughts and suggestions in terms of what I would then do based on the information that I'm seeing, to give you guys an idea of not just what to look at, but how to apply that to your growth strategy. This class is for individual creators that are wanting to gain a further understanding as beginners when it comes to TikTok analytics, or as intermediate users if you're just trying to get a different perspective on how to view your TikTok analytics. The analytics that I'm going to be looking at are going to be creator-based analytics rather than business-based analytics. So fair warning before we move on. So I'm excited to get started. I hope you guys are excited as well, and I'm going to see you in the next lesson. Quick disclaimer, although I have been relatively successful with the strategies that I've employed growing on TikTok, I have to say this is based on my personal experience. I cannot give you any guarantees. I cannot guarantee any particular or specific financial gains. I cannot guarantee any particular or specific gains in terms of followers. Obviously, I don't know you. I don't know how much effort you're putting in or not putting in. However, I can guarantee that this is based on my experience, and this has helped me grow the way that I have just over the last 12 months on the TikTok platform. So excited again to go over and jump into the next lesson, where we're going to be looking at the benefits of understanding TikTok analytics, again right before we jump into the screen recording. I'll see you there. Okay, so the benefits of understanding your TikTok analytics as a creator. The first benefit I'm going to mention is understanding what works on the platform, understand what's currently being taken and pushed out by the TikTok algorithm. By looking at your numbers, you will have content on there that's not getting pushed out as much, and you will have content when you look at the last 7 days, which I will show you once again shortly. In practice, you will be able to see that some of your content is not getting pushed out as other content. So it's important once again to understand what works currently, because this changes potentially from month to month, and if you're not delving into your analytics and reading this information, you may find yourself stumbling blindfolded in the dark. Now, the next benefit of understanding these analytics is saving money. Believe it or not, some individual creators, some businesses, I have done this myself at times as well as a beginner, employ coaches and mentors, and they pay a certain premium or a certain fee in order to get that person to look into their analytics and come up with a strategy that's going to work in terms of helping that business or that individual grow. Not knocking that. If you have got some funds lying around, why not use that shortcut? However, if you're that person that's not yet ready to spend some money in terms of hiring help to help you grow on the TikTok platform, understanding your own analytics, not just on TikTok, but on your other platforms that you use as well, Instagram, Twitch, wherever it is that you use, that will help you in saving money. The third benefit I'm going to mention is saving time. Because you now know what works, because you now have an idea of when you should post, what's working, how long it should be exactly, what should you be saying, what graphics should you be using, stuff like that. You're now saving time. So you're not creating, yes, this is not a guarantee that you're going to go viral. However, you now have a strategy in mind, so you are going to save some time. This is, of course, another skill set, and this is benefit number 4. Understanding analytics on any platform is an additional skill set, which a lot of people out there might not have. They might not understand it as well as you do. Once you delve in there, you might end up understanding it even better than myself in some cases. And referring back to the example that I mentioned a little earlier on regarding saving money, You never know. There might be opportunities that open up in future depending on how far you're willing to play this game. You may find that people are willing to actually offer you a premium if you are seen as a brand or as someone that understands strategy and analytics, not just on TikTok, but on various platforms. You've helped a number of people for free, 50 to 100 people. You've got a portfolio, you've got some examples of people that you've helped. You've got another skill set that you may potentially end up using in future to help others. Benefit number 5, this helps you refine your strategy. Taking everything that we've talked about and putting it all together, you now once again understand what to post, when to post, how to film those videos, what to say in those videos, what color schemes to use in those videos for your graphics, what effects to use, etc. So in short, your strategy is now refined. So in the next section, we're going to jump into our screen recording. We're going to look into how to adjust your account settings in order to be able to view your analytics. Okay, so your class project for this course is to share a snippet of your analytics. There won't be any personal information in there. However, if you do find that there are some bits of personal information, please blur them out for data protection. But it's literally just a snippet of a certain part of your analytics, potentially the part that you feel is where you struggle the most or where you've had the most success. What I'd also like you to include along with that is just 3 simple pointers around what you found is working for you. Secondly, what you found is not working for you. And thirdly, what you're going to do going forward. What do you feel is the next best step in order to help you grow on that platform? I'm just going to increase the volume as well, just to make sure that you guys can hopefully hear me okay. Well, I've got a small lavalier mic that is attached to my t-shirt at the moment. So if you do hear any rustling, it may just be me moving around. I do apologize in advance for that. I will try and edit out as much of it as possible. The lesson that we're looking at is adjusting your settings to be able to view your analytics on TikTok. Once again, as a reminder, we are looking mainly at creator analytics within this course. If you're looking for business analytics, I will be honest, I've not had any particular experience with those. So I will mainly be sticking to creator analytics. If you go into the TikTok app there is my account, well, one of my 2 accounts. And if you go to the 3 lines on the top right hand corner of the screen, and if you go into manage account, you can see there the options you've got. In my case, it's asking me if I want to switch to business account, which I don't feel the need to at this point. I'm quite happy with the creator settings. You might be seeing a different option on your profile. It might be giving you an option to switch to creator account. If you've not already done so, this is what I'm going to be covering within this course. So if you are wanting to understand more about your analytics, you want to be on the creator account setting. So this is where you can change it. It changes pretty much straight away. It shouldn't take too long to do that. It should be a case of seconds or minutes, and straight away you'll have access to your analytics. So next up, we're gonna be looking at how to actually access your analytics coming up. Okay, so once again, you have now switched to create a profile if you hadn't already done so. And now we're going to be talking about how to access your analytics. So once again, I'm on my home page on my profile there on my IMUSio account. So if we go onto the top right hand corner, onto the 3 lines once again, this time we are going to be going onto creator tools, just under security and login. If I click on that arrow, and these are the options that I'm now presented with, and analytics is right there at the top. You can see we've also got creator portal on there. Very important if you are wanting to learn more and understand more about TikTok as a platform. I would strongly suggest that, as well as having finished watching this course, going on there and understanding what TikTok deems as content and strategy that they want to see on creators that are upcoming on the platform. But however, we're looking at how to access your analytics. So if I click on analytics, there we are. We've got the different disciplines that your main analytics are broken down into. So now this is actually method B of how to access your analytics. We've got method A and method B. We're mainly going to be focusing on method B within this course because this gives you a holistic view of every aspect of your analytics within your TikTok account. Method A is to go into one of your videos. Say, for example, I go into this video right here. I'm going to pause it. And then if I go onto the 3 lines just underneath the comment tab or the comment section, click on those 3 lines. And if you go into the first option there on your bottom left, click on analytics. That's also going to present you with your analytics. So this is method A. Method A is useful if you're trying to see analytic information for one specific video. As you can see, got a nice breakdown of information there: total play time, average watch time, how many people or what percentage of people watch the full video, where your traffic is coming from, which is very important. Ideally, you want your traffic to be coming from the For You page because that's where a huge majority of people that haven't seen you before will be. Following, those are people that follow you. Good as well. However, you want majority of your traffic to come from For You because that's where people blow up. That's where people that haven't come across you before will see your content from. You've also got personal profile, etc., etc. I'm not going to go into these too much because we are going to touch on them again within the section where we look at method B, which is your main account analytics. So in summary, once again, you've got method A, which is looking at individual video analytics, and you've got method B, which is looking at your entire account analytics. So in the next part or section of this course, we're going to be looking at method B in more detail coming up. Okay, so we now know how to access our analytics. Now, the way the analytics are broken down is you've got the overview section, which is essentially a summary of all your analytics as such, or in a nutshell from the different tabs that you get there. So it's a summary of your content, followers, and live information. Now, I am going to break down each section. I am going to talk about the overview, content, followers, live, etc. But you may find that some of this information is interlinked. Like, for example, if I click on followers here, it goes into the followers tab. If I click onto live, it goes into the live tab. But essentially, in a nutshell, overview, you've got your engagement. Firstly, at the top, actually, you've got information that covers the last 7 days, so the most recent 7 days. You can customize this to the last 28 days. You can also customize it to the last 60 days. You've got the last 60 days. However, let's go back to the last 7 days. You can see your engagement there, video views, profile views, likes, comments, and shares over the last 7 days overall within your account. You can also click the I next to engagement, which gives you information to give you a better understanding of what you're looking at exactly. What am I looking at? What are video views? Video views are a number of times viewers watched your videos in the selected date range, etc., etc. You've also got your followers, how many followers you've got in total. You've got your content, how many times you post in the last 7 days. You've got your live, any live sessions over the last 7 days and how those have performed. So in the next video, we're going to be going into the content section and seeing what we can find in there coming up. Okay, here we are. This is the content section. This is the content, the video content that you are posting on TikTok. This is where it's going to live, and this is where information that is crucial in terms of what's working and what's potentially not working so much is going to be living. So at the top, we've got the last 7 days of posts. I don't tend to look at this too much, to be honest, because all it tells me is what I've posted over the last 7 days. I can select all to expand it, or it'll just show me a summarized version. I already know what I've posted over the last 7 days, so I don't tend to focus on this too much. However, the more important aspect of this tab, I feel, is the trending videos, which is slightly a bit further down. What's trending over the last 7 days within your content? What videos are working within your content? I think this is very useful because I don't know if you guys are aware, but once you post a video on TikTok, you're not always going to get the most accurate information within the first 24, 48 hours. It usually takes around 72 hours for the most accurate information in terms of what's working, what's not, your analytics, etc. That's when they're the most up to date in my understanding. So this is very important. As you can see, I've got that video right there, which is a duet that's got 120 views, potentially got more. At the time when this was published, it had 120 views, 120k views, sorry. But if you go into the analytics of the video by clicking on the video itself, you can see it's now got 423k views and 10.1k likes. Obviously, a video type that's working massively within my account. A lot of comments, a lot of shares on that video. If we look a bit further down, we can see that it's playtime. I wouldn't focus on that too much, total playtime, because TikTok loops your videos anyway automatically. So that is not necessarily people having press play on your videos. It might just be, you know, someone that's just skipping past your video and it's automatically started playing. I don't put too much stock in that. Average watch time, very important. How long are people watching this video? Now, something very important, you'll notice that the video is 11.77 seconds long. However, average watch time is 15.6 seconds, which is really good. That means that people are re-watching that video. You can also see there, watched full video, 51.75%, which is again really, really good when it comes to TikTok, because as you'll be aware, the attention span on that platform is, you know, it's not so great. Although people spend a long time, I think the average is 52 minutes a day or something like that watching videos on TikTok, they tend to consume a lot of content within that time. And we can see that majority traffic types, just slightly further down, came from the For You traffic source, which is again crucial because those are people that weren't following me before. That's new traffic, that's fresh traffic. And a bit further down, we've got territories. Mine tends to be the United Kingdom. You can now tailor your content to people that are from within the United Kingdom. I think for me, it's the accent because I'm based in the UK. The algorithm is probably picking up that I'm talking like people that are from the United Kingdom. So it's pushing my content out to people that are from that section or part of the world. You've got the United States and then South Africa as well, just below that. So, I mean, what I would do with this information that I've got here, I can see that this type of video works. I can see that this is being pushed. I can see that there's an audience for this type of content. I would then replicate that, not necessarily duet that again, but I would create a video like that. Potentially, you could duet that creator once again. There's no problem with that as long as you don't keep duetting the same video. But you know, you could then focus on that type of content. This is working for me. Let me do that over and over and over again until basically the wheels fall off, because there is an audience for it clearly. This has been picking up steam over the last, not necessarily posted in the last 7 days, but it's been picking up crazy steam over the last 7 days. So you now know what to focus on and what works on your account. So if I go out of this section, check out another video. So we've got this one as well here, 20.2k views, 713 likes, quite a lot of comments, not too many shares. But again, we can see that 40% watched the full video, which is pretty decent. The video is 8.57 seconds long, but 12 seconds is the average watch time. So people have been watching this over and over again. So very important to also check out how long this video that's working is for, because that then lets you understand that, oh, I've been putting out videos that are too long. That's why I've not been getting as much watch time. Maybe I should reduce my videos to around 9 seconds or 8.5 seconds, somewhere along that line, to keep continuing to see this success. So this is where you can look at the length of your videos and customize that and adjust that to a length of videos that works, because this is clearly telling you that people are rewatching videos that are that long and are videos of that type. What I would also do is go into that video, click on it, watch the video, listen to what I'm saying, look at the graphics, look at any effects that I would also look at, just small things that I could replicate in future videos, because clearly something is working within that particular video. That's what I'd be doing, looking at the content section within the analytics. Moving forward, we are going to be looking at the followers section in the next lesson. I'll see you there. Okay, so next lesson, we are now looking at the followers section here on TikTok. On this tab, essentially, you've got the number of followers that you have got currently. Now, I am looking at 290, just over 290 followers, 1,000 followers, which is good. You've also got a nice little graph there that gives you an idea of how you've been growing. over the last 7 days, from the 1st to the 7th of August. For me, I can see when I've lost followers, I can see when I've gained followers, and that'll give you an idea of what was I doing that day. Oh, I didn't post anything that day. Oh, I posted a lot that day, and give you an idea of when you tend to gain the most followers, or what helped you gain the most followers. Oh, I had a video that went viral that day, hence why I gained more followers than normal. So very useful to look at. You also get an idea of how many new followers you got over the last 7 days. As you can see, I got 2,766, which, you know, I'm grateful for. Probably it's higher for you. Your growth rate as compared to another period. So it tends to be the period before the last 7 days. For me, it's the period that is just before the last 7 days, the 25th of July to the 31st of July. So that gives you an idea of whether your growth rate is declining or whether you are picking up steam, getting better. A bit further down, you can see breakdown of the gender of audience that watch your content and where they're from. As you can see, for me, female is quite high, male is decent but not as high. Mainly being watched in the United States, not in the United Kingdom, which is slightly surprising based on my accent, but you know, there it is. You've got times when your followers are most active. That's broken down into days. That's broken down into hours as well. I tend to look at days, tend to be roughly the same, to be honest. So people are, you know, they're spending pretty much the same amount of time on TikTok every single day. So I tend to look at the hours more than the days. For example, 7th of August, you can see that more people were active on the platform between 4 p.m. and say 9 p.m, 9, 10, 11, yeah, so 9 p.m, more people were active. Let's check out the 6th. So you can actually click back to see a different date. So I've got the 6th there. More people were active there, 9, 10, between 9 and 10 than any other time. You get the point. So essentially, based on different days, you may find that this graph changes slightly, like on Sundays and Saturdays, for example. On weekends, you may find that people spend more time. You may find that this graph is quite consistently high from, say, 11 a.m. all the way up until 11 p.m. So those are the type of little trends that you pick up on in terms of what time you should focus on posting on. My advice would be have certain amount of content, say 50% of your content, post that based on the times that you can see here, but another 50% just post it when people are awake within your location, and just play around with it and see what works. Again, you can refer back to content as well if you like, the content tab, which we looked at the last lesson. If I go into that video that was really successful, right below where it's got at the top, it's got when exactly that video came out. So data since post time, which was on the 31st of July at 1:23 p.m. So that's the time that I posted that video. That'll give me an idea of what times tend to work. If I go through all of these trending videos right here, and if I write that information down, right, this one was posted at this time, you'll see some little similarities, and that's when you can get an idea of what time you should post, what time works best for you to post on TikTok. You can view these analytics here on your mobile. Alternatively, as you can see at the bottom, for a better experience, you can also, on your desktop or laptop, you can go on tiktok.com/analytics, which is really good as well. So I hope that helps you guys out, gives you an idea of my thought process in terms of applying these analytics. Next section, we're going to be looking at the live tab. The live tab within your analytics. So I don't tend to do a lot of lives on TikTok, so you're not going to see a lot of information for me on this section, unfortunately. However, to break it down for you guys, what we're looking at here is a breakdown of the last 7 days and the last 28 days. If you are someone that does quite a lot of live content, if you're a gamer, for example, I see a lot of gamers that are streaming their games as they're playing. If you're someone that does a lot of makeup, for example, if you're someone that does art, I see a lot of artists that are either painting or doing their art, or that are doing it in a mall with people, stuff like that. If you're someone that posts lives a lot, they're a really good way to grow. They're a really good way to earn a bit of extra income as well, if people do feel inclined to donate to your live, or for charities. Lives are a good way to donate whatever income you earn from the live to a charity. There is actually an option to do that once you go live on TikTok, which is something that we'll be doing another time. Yeah, so you've got the 28 days breakdown at the top.
You can see you've got 0 live videos for me there. You've got your total views, self-explanatory, new followers. So any new followers that you got specifically from that live section, how many people viewed the live by the end, and how long you spent doing that live section. That live session. Breakdown of the days which you went live, any unique viewers over the last 7 and 28 days. As you can see, this is the number of viewers who viewed your live videos at least once. You've got your diamonds as well, which is essentially a number of diamonds earned during your live video. So diamonds, in my understanding, are linked to how much people are donating to you during your lives. There's different icons, different terms for different amounts. I am not currently in a position to break down what those amounts are. You probably know more about this than me, to be honest, if you go live a lot. My schedule currently does not allow me enough time to be able to go live consistently. And if I'm not going to go live consistently, I'd rather leave it until a time where I know that, I've got a month, 2 months where I'll be able to go live. So you probably see more than I can on this section if you're someone that goes live a lot, and all the power to you, because it is an amazing way to grow. I hope you guys found that helpful. Next section, we're going to be looking at final thoughts.
And by now you should have a better understanding of the overview section within your analytics. You should have a better understanding of your followers section. You should have a better understanding of your content section, as well as the live section. And not just this, you should also have a better understanding of how you can then apply the information that you're seeing within those analytics and refine your TikTok content strategy to ultimately grow on the platform. Let's face it, TikTok is one of the biggest opportunities right now in 2021 to grow as a creator, business, brand. If you look at YouTube, how they're suddenly adjusting to compete with TikTok. If you look at Instagram, how they've adjusted to compete with TikTok, that should give you an idea of how much of a threat and how seriously they're viewing this platform currently. But anyway, I hope you found much value in this course. Once again, mentioning what I said earlier, this is a follow-up from an earlier course, which is more theory-based around identifying trends and using them for growth on the TikTok platform. Do check that out as well. I will see you in the project section. Okay, so a quick bonus video for you guys. Section of analytics that I tend to spend the most time on is the content section. As we've seen throughout this course, this section allows me to understand where my traffic is coming from, especially for videos that have blown up, videos that have been successful. Even for videos that have not been so successful, I understand that for this type of video, a lot of the traffic is coming from following. So TikTok is not pushing this video to new people as much. So maybe I should lean more towards a different type of video that is being more successful. I can also understand how long my videos should be, because I can see how long the videos that have done well have been. So in future, I can then plan that my videos need to be a certain amount of length. I can also understand the types of videos that I'm putting out there that are working and not working. I may find that videos that have a green screen background tend to work more. I may find that videos that have a lot of text and subtitles work more. I may find that videos where I'm silent and I'm just using the robot voice, text to speech, work better. I may find that videos that have a lot more call to actions work better. This allows me to understand that. This also allows me to understand the average watch time that I'm getting, both on videos that haven't done well and videos that are completely blowing up. Videos that have more watch time than others, I need to lean more towards doing those videos. If it's something I'm passionate about, something that I'm able to replicate, something that I'm happy to do, I'm able to see that. And fifth, I'm able to learn what works from other creators. Like in my example, you saw that a duet was one of the videos that performed the highest. I'm now able to learn from that creator, go onto their profile, see what videos are working for them, because clearly the audience they supply content to is the same audience that TikTok has classed me as supplying content to. So if I do similar content, not the same, but similar content to that creator, that content will be sent to that audience that already exists on TikTok, and therefore I'm likely to go viral more because I'm replicating what works. So if there was one underline I would put underneath this whole course, one statement I would say is what you learn from these analytics is what works, what doesn't work, and how to replicate what works in order for your account to grow on the TikTok platform.